everybody, and welcome to one of my favorite games. Now, this is a game you probably at least know of because this game was literally life in 2020. I mean, people were doing everything in this game, from having talk shows to even having legitimate weddings. And it was this game, as well as the extra $2,000 stimulus check, that finally gave me the push to get a Nintendo Switch. Unfortunately for me, all of the Nintendo Switches were already sold out, and the only available ones were via the scalpers who were charging 3 times what the Nintendo Switch was actually worth. So, long story short, instead of getting it in 2020 when the game was in its heyday, I got my Nintendo Switch in the spring of 2021 as quarantine was being lifted and as the game's fame was slowly but surely just kind of fizzling out. Also, since there are so many characters in this game, and I'm honestly not the greatest voice actor in the world, I will be using a program called Voice Mod to alter my voice in order to better match the specific characters in the game. With that said, let's get into this mysterious game already. Hello everybody, and welcome to Animal Crossing New Horizons, the game, like I said before, that was the life of 2020. And now, we will actually get into the game. And thankfully I have a pair of headphones I can turn the volume down on this one, because for some reason you can't adjust the volume in-game, and I don't know why. Like any other game, like in the world, you can do that. But for some reason, in this game, there's like no in-game volume control. So if your headphones can't adjust it from that way, then and your TV can't adjust the volume, then you're kind of screwed. And so you just have this super loud thing blowing your eardrums out, which hopefully I'm not doing. And I actually got it set up right now on my TV over here because I'm gonna. Oh, hello everyone. Right now on Shiverstan, yes, and I'll explain that joke later. It's 5:25 p.m. on Saturday, December 1st, 2024. I don't have any big news to share with you all today, but I would like to touch on one seasonal topic. From the middle of December to early January, the island's cedar trees will be decorated with lights. I did my very best to make them as beautiful as could be, but I'm not confident in my results. I accidentally bumped into one of the decorative trees and a few ornaments fell right off. I can only imagine what would happen if someone would shake a tree. In the interest of keeping the island tidy, please lend a hand by picking up any fallen ornaments you see. And I'm thinking those fallen ornaments could be pretty useful in some kind of DIY project. That's all for now. I hope you'll enjoy the loveliest of lovely days. I actually did a pretty good job on that myself. But anyways, what I was going to say is that I'm going to be using because there's so many different characters in this game and so many different voices, therefore, I'm using a program called Voice Mod in order to be able to, make my voices specifically for those characters. And hang on a second. I'm just going to open up my notes on my phone real quick, just so that I can actually make notes of what voices are going to go to where. And honestly, if one voice just doesn't really work with a character, just let me know and I'll change it. Leave a comment saying, hey, this one character's voice, whatever voice you chose from it, just really don't work. And plus I'll listen to myself and I'll be like, nah, I don't know. Yeah, but we'll see. Like I said, I got a whole bunch of different voices to choose from, and the important thing to remember though is for me to unclick the voices, because otherwise we'll just be doing the rest of, after I talk to one villager, we'll just be doing the rest of the video as that one voice. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's get into some basics of how the game works. And the first thing you do when you start up your island, well, this isn't start up, my island is pretty well into. If we go into my house real quick, I think, I don't know, I say 10-15 hours in the game at least. Probably more than that. But I just was able to purchase myself a third room. So now I got this room. I guess a third adjacent room. Because there's the main room, you start room. And then there's this room, which I'm going to have as my kind of kitchen area with actual water. I still got to get some more stuff. But, it's as they show up. And things like that, And then I got this room over here, which I guess kind of dubbed my living room. You get to it. Boy, loading takes longer than I thought it would take. And so, this is kind of my living room. I probably should buy a couch now I think about it. I never really thought about that till just now. But yeah, I'm literally, if this is my character, I'm sitting on a wooden chair like all the time and I got a couch like in the other room. I probably should bring a couch and put it there. Maybe I'll do that. I will let you guys know, I don't play this game very often. This game, it was the game of 2020, like I said, but nowadays I try to get to it once a month, and I know people out there who probably haven't touched this game for years. So, and over here is my brand new room, which isn't furnished or anything at all, because I literally just opened it up last time. So, I mean, the last time I played, I was able to get that extra room. And I think there's one more room left, and then I'll have like a full complete house, and I can start saving my money for like bridges and building up my island and things like that. Which again hasn't been done, but that's just because I only play this game like once a month for like 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours tops. So not really much gets done. Okay, so now, like I said, let's go ahead and pretend that we're where we are at this point. You've done all the tutorial, you've gotten your 10 villagers, you've done everything you needed to get KK to come to your island, and now you're just kind of normal. You're just kind of normal. You're not insane like me, but no. So, anyways, So let's just say let's just go through what I would normally do when I start playing the game myself. And the first thing is answer this very annoying mailbox. Answer it. Okay. Pom Pom. I read an old magazine called Decorating Places on a Budget. When you have a bunch of rooms, you need a bunch of stuff. I'm sending you some furniture so you can get your clutter on. Get your clutter on? Okay. Oh no! I want to throw it away. I don't want like a million. Oh yeah, then you're gonna rank B because you haven't really done much to your house. So I really should get some new furniture. Okay, take the gift. Okay. And after I checked my mail, the next thing I would do is I would go ahead and get the fruits. But before we do that, I want to go over just some basics on the game. So if I press Y, or X, sorry, that's where Y would be otherwise. This brings up my inventory. You can see all the inventory of stuff I have right now. And if I press down, I got the... Okay, hang on. I got the quick ring. Well, either way, you bring it, these are the basic items are your axe, fishing pole, shovel, and a slingshot. Where's the slingshot? Show yourself, slingshot. Make yourself known to me. Okay, there it is. Slingshot's over here. And that's and your net. Catching bugs and stuff. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is some emotions. Because you can make different emotions, so when you're interacting... No, I didn't want to take a picture. Okay, well, I guess I should bring that up, too. Another key thing you should do... Well, then we're not there yet. We are not there yet. We are going over basics. We haven't even gotten to, like, other stuff yet. So, let's try focusing. I've not been able to focus very well today, so we'll see how that works. But, anyways, now we try figuring out what button's emotions. Nope, I don't want to talk to anybody. Is it L? R? No. ER? No. Ah, there it is. Okay, so so here are some motions, and I think I have more. I haven't got them all, obviously, but I got more. So we'll just go over some few emotions. So if you're like you're talking with your villagers, and they say something, you can react in different ways. So for example, you can be happy, which is joy. Okay. You can have delight. You can have greetings. You can be fearful. You can be utterly shocked.
This Animal Crossing New Horizons emotion is called Surprise!
Right, I honestly don't know how that sounded with that little joke I just made there, but we'll figure it out. That's a joke I've been working on for quite some time. And hopefully I can edit it so it looks realistic, or it looks realistic. I edit it so it looks right. You know, obviously what I'm trying to parody. And yes, I do watch the show because it's a great show. You should watch it too. Hang on. So let me see. So now that I've got that one joke out of the way that I've been preparing so long and I've forgotten, the next thing I do is, well, we'll stop for a second because there's this. I gotta get this. Yay! I got myself a fossil. Well, the other reason I did that is because then Isabelle gets you on your island. It's like, oh, your island has only got a 2-star rating because it's full of those things. It's full of trash. It's full of buried items. You should clean it up. And so, you know, that would help out. Also, I want to say yes. I want to say yes. I know I'm all dressed out black. I look just like Keanu Reeves. Whoa. Anyways, I know Keanu Reeves isn't like that anymore. He's moved way past his whoa days. In fact, I just saw the new Sonic 3 movie, which would probably date this a little bit, but who cares? But yeah, I just saw the Sonic 3 movie with Keanu Reeves in it, and I couldn't tell it was Keanu Reeves. I totally couldn't tell it was Keanu Reeves. I really got to start watching like John Wick and some of those other movies that Keanu Reeves is part of. Because I know those are great movies, and it's just way better of like what Keanu Reeves is. Plus, I know he's been in like Cyberpunk and things like that. All right, so now the next thing I would do is, well, why not? We start cleaning up our island, which involves one of two things. It involves cleaning up all these weeds. In fact, let's go ahead and go around and just check out and see what weeds we can find. Doing our best not to actually run into any villagers. Yeah, I should have a while before everything closes. And so I had to check my time to make sure. Oh, I forgot that I have a clock in front of me, too. I just dropped the clock in front of me. Hang on. Fixing my clock. There you go. But, as I was saying, I just want to make sure that I still have some time before the store closes. Otherwise, I'll have to do the dirty deed of time shifting. That's not what it's called. Like time to. Well, I just there's a more professional term for it, but it's adjusting the clock so that you know it's earlier in the day and the store doesn't close. There's a term for that. I can't think of what it's called right now, and I don't want to look it up either. And oh yeah, there used to be a bridge here. There is no bridge here no longer because I got rid of it. Because hold up one second. Oh, this is why it's gonna be hard to do this kind of game. All right, so hang on. It's gonna be hard to kind of focus on this game because things like this will happen. But I really should try to get this. There we go. Should probably open up some of these presents and see what they are since they're taking up my inventory. A Mariamba. I'm not sure what that is. A velvet stool. And stroller. I could probably sell the stroller. We will get back to what we were supposed to be doing at some point. Put this away. But, let's see. I got a snowball here. So, unfortunately, the game works with different seasons. Things happen. Different seasons, different things happen. One of them is a snowman, so why don't we go ahead and try to build ourselves a snowman? Hey, bug, get out of here. That's mine. Alright. You wanna build a snowman? Reference gonna take it out of kids. I should have thought about that. Oh well. So, alright. So I know your first snowball you want to make about about 3/4 your size. So you want to make it about up to the size of your head. Okay, before I get that too big, let me figure out where Snowball 2 is. Snowball 2! There's a second snowball around here. This is going to be kind of hard to do without a second snowball. Go ahead and keep cleaning up while we're at it. So, I had a whole plan of things I was going to do today, and we haven't gotten there yet. So, but, you know, I'm also just having fun too, because this is the first time we've done this game, and we just want to do. Oh, jeez, I gotta stop and explain. Okay, I'll explain. You know, what you see in front of you is my creation of Shiver from Splatoon 3. And also the entire name of my island is Shiver Stan, which is like a Japanese term, or the Stan is like a Japanese term for like just, from my understanding. I could be completely oblivious or wrong about this, but from my understanding, a Stan, when referring to a person in like Japanese culture, is you're basically just like a really excessively. You're over obsessive about that person. So you're like a really obsessive fan. And so that's why I decided to call my entire island Shiver Stan, to make me a really over obsessive fan of Shiver, which I am, because she's my most favorite character from the Splatoon series, at least so far. But she's still my favorite. I love Shiver. I can't get enough of Shiver. And oh yeah, it's Saturday. Oh great. So, well, that's okay. I wasn't planning on talking to anybody yet anyways. So, we get back, try to figure out what we were doing here. Let's see. Oh yeah, well, snowball, and then we were going to clean up. Cleaning up. Where's this other snowball? Jeez, I cannot find this snowball. Gee, I feel like I'm Zach Scott right now. I'm just like wandering on, where am I? Where could I? I don't know. Oh, there it is. Jeez, that's pretty far away, honestly. All right. Oh boy, this is not gonna be perfect. Okay, get this down. And once we get this moving a little bit more, there we go. Now I just need to figure out where my other snowball. This is going to be a giant snowball, but they put it like 20 feet away from my other snowball. Oh no! Was it here? Oh god! This guy. Well, they put my two snowballs so far away from each other. Well, hang on. Maybe I can make this a little bit bigger. Make this one bigger. Alright, and then... Well, I put my freaking snowball so far away. I don't know how they expected me to, like... I can't, like, pick up the snowball or something or move it to a better location. Okay. Alright. Okay, I don't think I can really make it much bigger than this. Alright, so I guess we'll just move this one on top of it, and... He's gonna be angry. What? No way that's perfect! Oh, sorry. I'll stick around here and show you the locals where a flawless snow creation looks like. I can't praise you enough for your top-notch snow sculpting skills. Whoa, that's kind of hard to say. I think the only trophy that I showed to you I ever see was such a gifted snowcrafter. Let's see. I know, so you to make a frozen counter. Check out your Nick phone. And take a large snowflake, too. It's required to craft the item. Or not, you're holding too many things. Why don't you sort that out and find your way back to me? I was really not ready for... Well, first of all, I forgot he was talking, and I forgot that I was doing commentary. I'm so used to just reading that. And so... But... Yeah, I can't believe I can't believe that's perfect. I totally thought I was going to mess that up because it was so far away. And, you know, that head was going to be way too big, but somehow he's perfect. So, whatever. I guess that works. Well, there you go. That's how you make a snowman. You can only do it during the winter months, obviously, but it's still really fun to do. As long as you get it perfect. If you don't, he's like, well, you think this looks right? I guess I can get myself a job as a comedy act or something like that. But, which is totally what I thought was going to happen. Whoo! Oh, pardon me. Oh, crap. I really should, Who do I want to try for? Who do we want to try for?
Oh dear, pardon me. Why, hello, PG dear. Welcome to Superstand Museum. How may I be of service? Let us make a donation. Oh, where's the anything when you guys have this time? Base of the nation of Body Station Taker properly says fossils are worth of art. That is fossil mostly first appraised by yours truly, so I better right. Well, now urgent, please allow me, give it a lot. I'm so used to skipping eggs them written 9 times, but might there be something which I can assist you? Alright, assess fossils. Well, would you like to use us off, or I'm going to have to remember to stay quiet, like, in this voice, because otherwise you're probably hearing me saying his the so. Look, this is our surly of a side of tail. A little in a wider microphone indeed, if only I could take it off your hands. But I swear I haven't seen must return to your care. Oh, okay. Alright. Look, you're right, I remember actually real boy. I was thinking I forgot how to do this. Hopefully by the time I get to Jerry, I can actually know how to, like, read at the right times and not read at the wrong. So. Ooh, we're the one I see. Let's take it closer up, shall we? Oh, hooray, I found something that's not part of our thing yet collection. It is I never in need here, but town and finding the finest vessels. And I do hope you'll consider donating what you found. The guts of the railman of Shemerstan is a worthy endeavor indeed. In the meantime, I shall surely see that thinking about what I said, the museum awaits. Also now learn to read. Might I help you with anything else? Alright. Marvelous, would you like to donate? Get right and read the same line over and over and over again, but... Who could it be? It is a Galapagos skill. Does this mean? Yes, it turns on the Galapagos called the Dawan. Though called great. That is fun indeed. That day was a remarkable creature. Right down my line here with a few facts. Let's hear it. Wonderful to start today's stuff, I assure you. Now, perfect game. Good old Blackfeet. What are we doing without you? The stout fellow invited with all the best in the dinosaurs. His sturdy legs, that magnificent tail, and above all, that extraordinary neck. Did you know that the center of gravity was such that setting up on its hind legs was probably easy? Was more fair with its long neck, this ability to greatly increase its space for eating plants. Best of all, the Galapagos could probably grow its entire life having no adult sight. Wouldn't be that we are all so gifted. And there you have it. Fascinating stuff, no? Rest assured all the nations are displayed in a timely manner. You know my gratitude. There you go. Love you with anything else. You're fine. So yeah, please enjoy the rest of your video.
Alright, back to clean might. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna have to practice that. But, also gonna have to remember that when I run into somebody, I can't really speak, and if I want this to work the way I want it to, when I run into somebody, I gotta let them speak, and I really can't. Maybe like I'll let you read the lines or something, but the whole point of me going into the voice mod is just so that you would be able to tell, like, hey, or just to give the characters their own voice besides what I can do, because otherwise I can only like change my voice so much. And so okay, so now that we've done that, we've gotten some I guess the next thing we could do is sell a lot of stuff, because I got a lot of stuff to sell. So, oh great, which means we're gonna need more talking. Who do I want?
Hello, welcome to Next Credit. PG Chamber, welcome, what do you need today? I want to sell. Oh, no. Of course, what exactly are you offering? look at all the fine things you brought in today. Allow me a moment to run the numbers. And done. I can bet these works on a little 20,000 now. Sound good? Thank you. Please go again.
Okay, we're back, and we only got a minute left. So I'll just... Thank you! Our voices are different somehow! So... Oh, I forgot they did that. So... Okay, so anyways, well, basically we got to be cleaning... You know what, that'll be our focus next time. We're going to start by cleaning up the island. And mostly cleaning the weeds. As soon as we finish cleaning the weeds, my plan is to move on to getting all these fruit you see. Because you sell all the fruit and it can make lots and lots and lots of bells, which can go towards your loan or building bridges or a whole bunch of other stuff. But right now, let's just go ahead and focus on the weeds. And collecting fruit can take a while, so my plan is I thought I'd go ahead and just kind of discuss my history with Nintendo. Like, yeah, from the very beginning. When did I first start playing Nintendo? When did what was my systems? All that kind of stuff. You know, like my life with Nintendo. That'll probably actually be a good name for the title of the next episode. And I see a guy here, but we're not talking to him yet because that'll probably be like episode 3 or 4. Right now, we're just focusing on cleaning up the island and maybe planting that tree and getting up here because there is a lot of stuff up here. Alas, though, our timer is about to go off. And, so yeah, I guess we'll just call it good here. So, thank you everybody for joining me for this episode of Animal Crossing New Horizons. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. See you then.